Good evening. My name is Father Thomas DUNAVAN, D-U-N-A-V-A-N. I'm the son of Bill DUNAVAN, who just spoke, and my mother Susan spoke about an hour ago, and I get my quiet and shy nature from them. I'd like to thank you, Teresa, Patrick, and members of the media who are still holding out tonight to be here to hear the rest of the story. And I address this to John Kerry and to President Obama. I am a Catholic priest, and I was told by my boss to make sure that it was known that I don't stand for perhaps everything that the church teaches, because there could be Catholics who maybe would be pro-Keystone Pipeline. So I do not represent the Diocese of Lincoln or Grand Island or anything of that nature. I represent landowners and citizens of the state of Nebraska. I am against the Keystone Pipeline. And I wrote an ode to our government and to TransCanada. I greet thee in authority. I ask for thy attention. I use the divine comedy to cut through this extra tension. In the eighth circle of hell, Dante places those who caved to avarice. Caccianemico is one who caved to greed and material wealth. He turned over his own sister to the Marquis d'Este. To curry favor and for love of gain, he used his stealth and ended up suffering at the devil's whip. Move on, you pimp. You can't cash in on women here. And to our government, state and local, and others in far-flung office, who heed not letter nor voter or cries of sons or daughters, but oft bow down to loony or greenback and union dues within their coffers. Is this greed for jobs at the cost of citizenry worth a reputation? Was this not what caused our ancestors to cry out against an unjust nation? Taxation without representation was a rallying cry, and tea went in the harbor and blood was spilt, and none here can deny. Yet when a foreign company comes with forms and lease and papers, and no permit yet, and still the threat of excavators and scrapers, perhaps it's been a living purgatory for those with rights beholden in a country vast and just as wide, and laws that can be broken. A governor takes power in his hands and wields an iron sickle, and landowners cry foul with voice raised high. We are in quite a pickle. Dante with Virgil voice from their graves, their blood at just a trickle. Purgatorio Canto 8 tells how we see it from our token. My guide said, "Son, what are you staring at?" I answered him, "At those brilliant torches lighting up all the polar region there." And he to me, "Those 4 bright stars you saw this morning now are underneath the mount, and these have risen here to take their place." But then Sordello clutched his arm and said, "Behold our adversary over there." He pointed to the place where we should look. Along the little valley's open side, a serpent moved, the very one perhaps that offered Eve the bitter fruit to eat. Through grass and flowers slid the vicious streak, stopping from time to time to turn its head and lick its back to make its body sleek. And so we live to fight this vicious streak, this serpent, if you will, which winds its way from north to south through grass and flower and till. And all we're told is to close our eyes. There will never be a spill. We are partners now, I guess. That means TransCanada's our shield. Yet buy and sell and dupe and lie and pressure on the will. And conscience laid to side will open man to yield. Custodians are we of this tierra free. The red man knows the drill. The gouge and steam and jostling black gold will give our fill. Custodians are we of this tierra free. The red man knows the drill.
Thank you. Speaker 132.